Hi, I'm Tony Van Veen, CEO of Discmakers, and I am fired up. In case you missed it earlier, we just made some changes to our vinyl program, and as a result, I was able to cut our small quantity vinyl prices by as much as 35%. Look, I know your fans want vinyl, and I know that you also want vinyl. I also know that you haven't been able to pull the trigger on getting your music pressed on vinyl. How do I know this? Because our vinyl page is the most trafficked page on our website by a long shot, and yet vinyl orders are just a small fraction of our overall disc orders. The vast majority of our orders at Discmakers are still for CDs. So my team and I got to work figuring out how we can finally make vinyl affordable for you, the truly independent artist. And I'm super excited with where we ended up. We call this entry-level offer our Essential Groove Bundle. And it's meant for you to dip your toe in the vinyl pool with a minimum quantity of just 100 records. Those 100 12-inch records in jackets, which used to cost $1,990, now cost just $1,299. That's right, $1,299 for 100 albums. That's 35% less than what we used to charge. And 200 records, which used to cost $24.90, are now just $1,799. That means that 100 records cost you just $13 a record, and 200 cost you just $9.50 a record, which leaves you plenty of margin if you sell them at your concerts for $35 or $30 or $25 or even $20. Look, I hope it's clear that I'm not kidding around here with our vinyl program. You've told me that our vinyl was too expensive for you to try. So I cut our prices by $700 and significantly cut our margin. Now the ball's in your court. It's time to finally get those records pressed, and don't wait too long. This is a limited time offer just for the summer. Also, I want to ask you for a favor. If you know any other artists who've been waiting for a killer deal to put their music on vinyl, please send them our way. We have enough capacity for every independent artist in America. All right, let me tell you what exactly this price includes. It is a full, complete record package, but not every crazy vinyl option is available with our Essential Groove Bundle to keep the price this low. Here's some details of what you get. This new low price includes mastering and high-quality black vinyl record pressing. To reduce our setup cost as much as possible, there's no test pressing. We put the records on press, and as records start coming off the press, a quality control engineer will immediately listen to the record and to the intro and outro grooves and crossovers to make sure the pressing sounds good. If you're worried about this, don't be. 70% of our vinyl orders are done this way, and we've had no quality problems. Of course, the records include a label, your choice of black and white or full color, as well as full color jackets and a plain inner sleeve. I mean, look at this. Beautiful jacket. Great photography certainly helps. Nice design. Inner sleeve. Color label. Look at how cool that is. And it also includes shrink wrap. Really nice, high quality shrink wrap. So as you can see, you see our shrink wrap. As you can see, this is a complete high-quality vinyl package. We've just eliminated some of the extras and options that add cost and turn time so that we can give you the killer price of 100 for $12.99. Oh, actually, I did forget one thing. There is one option available. If you don't want the classic black vinyl look, you can select what we call random color vinyl. Since this package is meant to be super easy to produce, you can't choose specific vinyl colors if you don't want black. You'll have to make do with whatever the plant has already set up in their vinyl feeding system. Every record could look the same in a color, or each could be different. It's possible there could be a weird mixture of colors. There's a small chance some of the records could be a mix of black and other colors, and sometimes because the black vinyl and other colors get mixed together in the in-feed hopper, the records could actually kind of look brown. But on the bright side, each record color will be a surprise, which is actually the fun of choosing random vinyl color records. Now, I do have to be honest with you that the shipping is not particularly cheap. These records are made in Europe by perhaps the top vinyl factory in the world, and then we fly them in via DHL from Europe straight to you. But even with the freight added, you will not be able to beat our vinyl pricing on 100 and 200 units, guaranteed. And the turn time is also really competitive. Right now, we're generally delivering in 6 to 7 weeks, start to finish. Although, depending on the time of year, that turn time can certainly vary slightly. Now, the Essential Groove Bundle is not the only vinyl offering we've got, but it is by far the most affordable. If you need test pressings, if you want custom colors or splatter vinyl or gatefold jackets and other options, all are available, as well as larger quantities, of course. But they may take a bit longer, and depending on what you need, you'll pay a bit more. Although, for larger quantities like 300, 500, 1,000 units, your unit price will generally be lower. I mean, look, check this out. If you want to go deluxe, we can go deluxe. Look at how cool this is here. Look at that. Nice, right? So, how about it? You ready to get some vinyl pressed while these killer prices last? If you've been putting off your vinyl decision, now is the time. I challenge you to find a lower price anywhere. If you have any questions about vinyl or the Essential Groove Bundle, the easiest thing to do is to call one of our friendly, helpful product specialists. Or maybe I should start calling them vinyl specialists, which they certainly are, at 1-800-468-9353. They're available Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time, or you can go online to discmakers.com/vinyl and get an instant online quote. And lastly, before I go, I want to let you know that the second edition of our Musician's Guide to Vinyl is out now with tips on mixing, mastering, and designing for vinyl. If you're seriously considering pressing vinyl, you'll want to download a copy. I'll drop a link in the comments below. So, you ready to go? Let's do it. We're here for you. I'll see you next time.